Thistlewood. And wearing the 32 and 6'11" junior from Frisco, Texas, Nico Carvacho. And from the Rams, Nico Minton. Assisted by Dave Wilson, Jared Wood.
We're ready to get this one started here in Logan. Utah State, Colorado State. It's the Aggies and the Rams. Before we get started, let's pause 10 seconds for local stations to identify themselves on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Zions Bank, proud sponsor of Aggie Athletics and proud to sponsor tonight's game, and what a good one it will be. Utah State, Colorado State. An adjustment to Colorado State's starting lineup in this game tonight as Anthony Massatin-Bonner will not go. Still dealing with a Achilles injury and will not start tonight. So the Colorado State Rams feature two true freshmen in the starting lineup. Kendall Moore will get the start. 5'10", 145-pound freshman. He's not a big guy, but boy, he can certainly play, averaging nearly 9 points a game. J.D. Page, who's given the Aggies some fits in the past, 6'3", 180-pound senior, gets the start. Chris Martin, number 30, who averages 26 minutes a game and nearly 8 points a game, gets the start. And Adam Thistlewood, coming in his one of his few starts so far this season, a 6'6", 200-pound freshman, gets the nod. But, Coach, all attention on Nico Carvacho. He's 6'11", 245-pound junior. He's a special player, and it's going to be a fun battle to watch him and Ketta go head-to-head tonight.
Yeah, I think it's really Ketta's first, not his first battle. He played Nevada, but a good battle tonight, one-on-one in the post, and see how he handles this matchup. A foul trouble early against either one of them can change the pace of this game.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is one where you could certainly see Ketta being tested in terms of any foul situations. He's done a good job. Not only has he done a good job, but I think the coaching staff has done a tremendous job in knowing how to manage his minutes.
Absolutely, and they've done a great job supporting him with some double teams and being able to keep him out of foul trouble that way as well.
All right, we're ready to get this thing started. It's Utah State, Colorado State from the Spectrum. Now, the Rams' record may not overwhelm you in terms of win-losses, but make no mistake, this is a really good Colorado State Ram team. They're playing their best basketball of the season coming into this game tonight. And so the Aggies take the court. Neemias Ketta, as well as Abel Porter, Quinn Taylor, Sam Merrill, Brock Miller, your starting five for the Utah State Aggies.
Yeah, it's again, talk about the start. We've talked about it for 2 games in a row and all week long, so we need a good start from the Aggies.
Carvacho and Ketta come to midcourt. Tip-off is controlled by Utah State. Quinn Taylor takes the opening tip, hands over to Porter. Porter getting his first start of the season. Rolling to the right side, hands over to Quinn Taylor, down low to Ketta. Ketta right immediately against Carvacho, lays it up and in over the big man from Colorado State. Early statement there.
Absolutely, just go right at him, and his size, he's able to score over the top of Nico. Nico's not dumb enough to foul right there.
Thistlewood outside the three-point line, works back to Moore. Moore trying to post up Carvacho. Here comes the double team as Quinn Taylor. Carvacho has to pass out of it. Page is wide open on the baseline, tries to drive. Instead, kicks it way out. A long baseline three, rattles out as Chris Martin can't connect, and Utah State quickly with the ball. And Abel Porter aggressively into the lane. Right-hand shot, no good, but he draws the foul.
Yeah, good. That's one thing that I was interested to see is if Abel would attack the rim. I think Crew's done a good job when he starts of at least attacking the rim. Not as good outside shooter as Abel, so if Abel's able to do this, I think we got a good start right now.
Abel Porter stepping up to the free throw line. Aggies already leading 2-0 with just 45 seconds into the game. First free throw up and good. Abel Porter gets one more. Stepping up to the free throw line, Abel Porter for free throw number 2. Adam Thistlewood, by the way, gets hit with that foul. Porter goes 2 for 2, and here comes Colorado State, down 4-0 early on here in Logan. Kendall Moore crossing the timeline. Moore picked up by Porter, gets it to Carvacho at the left elbow. Pitches over to Page. Page dribbles left, and then swings it back up top to Moore. Back to Thistlewood on the right wing. Colorado State reverses the ball to the far side of the court. into the hands of Chris Martin. Martin holds. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. To Page, baseline drive. Shot is up off the glass and gets it to go. Colorado State slow setting up that one, but gets points.
Definitely not afraid to use some clock in their offense.
Porter guarded by Page on the outside. Hands back to Keta. Keta wants to drive, spins right, puts the right hand shot over Carbacho and gets it to go. This young man may have been challenged this week, and he's coming out like he wants to make a statement.
Yeah, I mean, he's read the same news clippings we have, and he's expected this matchup to be hyped, and that's what he's living up to.
6-2, Aggies with an early 4-point lead, nearly 2 minutes into the game. Page posting up Carbacho. Aggies with a quick double team as Quinn Taylor's there to harass him, and Taylor steals it away from the big man. Over to Merrill. Merrill on the left wing, takes the three, knocks it down, and Utah State is on fire early, leading 9-2 out of the gate.
Yeah, great start. It all starts on that defensive end. Really got the crowd involved with that steal.
Carbacho on the right elbow. Keta in his back pocket. Swings it back over to Moore. Moore drives, tries to dish it to Carbacho. Ball's on the court, goes out of bounds. Utah State's ball. 9-2, Aggies with a 7-point lead as we're at the 17:43 mark. Great student section attendance tonight. Great crowd here in the Spectrum, and hopefully you can hear it coming over the airwaves. It's an electric atmosphere tonight. Abel Porter crossing the timeline to Merrill, who just hit a big three. Merrill pitches back to Taylor, then hands back to Merrill outside the three-point line. Ball is tipped out of his hands. Merrill has to go back to get it. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Craig Smith says, let's go. Sam Merrill back to Taylor. Spots up for three. Rims out. Won't go. Carbacho pulls down his first board of the game. First of what will probably be many rebounds before it's all said and done. Number 1 in the country in rebounds per game. Page to Martin. Martin into the lane to Carbacho. Ball is ripped out of his hands, goes out of bounds, stays with Colorado State. Keta does a good job of knocking that out of his hands.
Yeah, you know, and it's kind of going to be defense by group anytime that ball gets down there on the post area.
They've done a really good job trying to get to him early, but we're only 3 minutes into this game. Inbound pass to Carbacho, stolen by Keta. Keta wants to go coast to coast, and he does! Oh my gosh, what was that? Timeout, Colorado State. Keta with the steal. Keta coast to coast and throws down the dunk over Carbacho. Keta goes over to the student section saying, let's go. 17 minutes left to go. Coach's timeout. We'll take it as well on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Keta keeps it himself. The 6'11", nearly 7-footer going coast to coast and throwing down a dunk, and the Aggies lead 11-2. Colorado State working to the far side of the court. Thistlewood back up top to Moore. Moore on the left wing, back to Thistlewood. Colorado State hands over to Martin, who tries to drive baseline. Aggies want him to force back to the middle. Up top to Thistlewood for three. It's short, and the rebound pulled down by Quinn Taylor. Aggies don't want any baseline drives tonight. They want to force everybody back to the middle of the court. Sam Merrill outside the three-point line. Hands over to Taylor. Taylor over to Keta. Keta dishes back to Miller. Miller thinks about a three, steps back, takes the jumper, and won't go. Carbacho pulls down the rebound. Up top to Kendall Moore. Pump fake into the lane. Layup blocked away. And another block shot. Ball's going to go off the hands of Abel Porter. It'll stay with Colorado State. But once again, Neemias Keta with a big block shot.
Boy, he's sure expended a lot of energy, but he has given this crowd a lot of energy and his teammates a lot of energy. That was a big-time block right there.
Aggies currently on a 7-0 run, leading 11-2 with 16:13 left to go in the first half. Inbound to Moore outside the three-point line. Gets a screen, takes the long shot, off the glass, no good. And Keta pulls down the rebound. Aggies want to run. Sam Merrill crossing the timeline. Merrill still have the lingering effects of an ankle injury suffered against San Jose State. So far has looked good in the early stages of this one. Aggies with a 9-point lead, under 16 minutes. Neemias Keta hands over to Merrill. Merrill outside the three-point line, swings back to Porter. Porter tried to get it to Keta, but couldn't find the pass. Instead goes to Miller. Miller for three, got it. Brock Miller burying the three from the right wing, and the Aggies now lead by 12, 14-2. With 15:35 left to go in the first half.
Yeah, great shot. I love the way he's just stayed confident throughout a little slump and knocking it down right now.
Carbacho on the elbow. Hands over for a long three, and it's nestled in and good as number 30, Chris Martin, buries the three, and the Aggies see their lead cut down to 9, 14-5. 15-15 left to go here in the first half. Porter works to the left wing, back up top to Taylor. Taylor over to Miller on the right wing. Posting up big man, and the ball is ripped out of his hands, but they'll call a foul. That's going to go against Kendall Moore for ripping the ball out of the hands of Neemias Keta. 14-5 our score, 15-17 left to go, first half action. You're listening to Aggie Basketball on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 5 our score, Utah State leading by 9, 15:07 left to go, early stages here in the first half. But Coach, this has been a fun one as you're seeing two big men going after each other, and so far Ketta's winning this battle.
Yeah, I've only seen one guy going at it.
That's true.
I mean, it's been a one-man show, 3 for 3, 6 points just with a block shot. I mean, just dominating the start of that game and raising his hands up. They look like they're up there 9 feet in the air, getting the crowd excited. And just a great start for the Aggies, and it all keyed in on Neemias.
This is an interesting game here too, because Utah State, they played a lot of road games in the early part of this season, and now you're looking at a Colorado State team that's had a full week off. They're on their bye week coming out, but right now Utah State seems to be the aggressors.
Yeah, the bye week, we all say, we can prepare a lot of stuff and you can get a lot of things done. But a lot of times you get out of a little bit of, game readiness, and the Aggies are, fresh off the road where you got to be ready. So it's kind of playing in our favor a little bit at the start of this game.
Ketta stepping up to the free throw line, had a nice night from the stripe against San Jose State. We'll see what he does here with a couple of free throws after the foul against Kendall Moore. First free throw is up and good. 6'11" guys don't shoot free throws very often, and he's got a good stroke, Coach.
He does, and he keeps that ball up on his fingertips. It doesn't get caught in the palm of his hand, and really good touch from the free throw line.
Second free throw attempt from Ketta. Let's hope we didn't jinx him. We didn't. 2 for 2 on that trip. Dwayne Brown's going to check in. Ketta's going to check out. You know what? I think that's a smart sub there too.
Yeah,
there's a lot of energy he was exerting there.
Absolutely. I mean, he definitely looked fatigued, and I'm not sure he didn't really call for a sub right there.
16-5, Aggies with an 11-point lead. 15 minutes left to go in the first half. Carvacho staying into the game. They get it to him on the right block. He lays it up and in. Nice pass from Page, and immediately they attack with Ketta out of the game.
Yeah, it just shows you, what his impact is on the game. I mean, first play, they go right at his position.
Abel Porter attacking. Shot a little out of control into the right lane. Goes off the rim. Ball over to Thistlewood, who's going to take a long three and knocks it down. And how about that? Quick 5-0 run by Colorado State, cutting a 11-point lead down to 16-10. Diogo Brito checking in on the next dead ball, as well as Tarion Knight. Miller finds Brown on the right wing. Brown over to Merrill. Merrill now holding. Gets a screen from Taylor. Carvacho shows. Swings over to Brown. Brown into the lane. Down low to Taylor from baseline. Jumper is up and good from about 5 feet out.
Yeah, nice job by Dwayne there, penetrating, drawing the defense, and dumping it off.
18-10. Aggies snap that 5-0 run with a bucket from Quinn Taylor, his first points of the night. And the Aggies push the lead back to 8 with 13:57 left to go here in the first half. I was screened away. Coach didn't see what happened there with the whistle.
Yeah, we just got a foul on Brown there. Not a lot he could do. They just kind of got tied up as the Colorado State player came up to flash for the ball.
Carvacho's going to check out. Into the game comes number 21, Logan Ryan, 6'7", 215-pound sophomore. Tarion Knight, who played really well against San Jose State, earned himself a lot of minutes, checks into the game. As well as Diogo Brito. So Knight, Brito, Taylor, Brown, and Merrill are your 5 Aggies out on the court. Ryan outside the three-point line. Dishes up top to Martin. Martin gets to the free throw line where he'll rise, take a jumper, and nestle it down. And it's a 6-point lead for Utah State. As Colorado State's starting to get into a groove offensively, they're 4 of 4 of their last 4 field goal attempts.
The pace of this game is really starting to grind down a little bit now.
Yep, Knight to Brown. Brown out of the three-point line, swings over to Brito. Brito for 3, a little too long, and the rebound ripped down quickly by Page, and he's going the other way. Page pulls up the dribble on the outside, gets into lane, spins right, spins left, has his shot blocked away, and it's going to be a foul against Utah State, giving Page a chance for some free throws. So the Aggies at one point led by 12, now lead by 6, and Page has a chance to cut it to a 4-point game. He's a 79% free throw shooter. One thing they'd love to run in transition, you've got a couple of guys that can really get up and down the court. Kendall Moore, Logan Ryan. When he comes in, Hiron Edwards, number 0, loves to run. First free throw is up and good. Ketta's quickly checking back into the game.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't get him back in fast enough, but that's a good little break for him. And, we got to learn to play without him a little bit. And so that's a good opportunity there, but unfortunately just no one to block shots at the rim.
Second free throw is up and good. And so Colorado State currently on a 7-2 run. And Utah State will inbound. As we mentioned, Hiron Edwards coming into the game. This kid is a transfer from Texas Tech, although he never played. He signed, sat out, transferred, was only eligible in the middle of December. Sam Merrill, long three, turnaround, gets it to go. Sam Merrill pushes the lead back to 7, 21-14. But he has come on big, had a 20-point performance against New Mexico in Colorado State's big win. Edwards has the ball, now works to the right side to Martin, who will square up for three. That's a little long, and guess who pulls down the board? Nemish Keta hands over to Brown. Brown quickly going, keep it himself, and blocked to the rim. Good job by Thistlewood to block it away. Colorado State with the ball. Out up top, the left wing, Thistlewood to Ryan. Ryan straightaway three, takes it, too long, and the rebound pulled down by Knight.
Yeah, I like the increased pace we're playing with right now.
Taria Knight with the ball. Hands to Brown. Brown looking to Keta. Instead works it back to Merrill. To Brown. Brown gets it to Keta. Here comes Colorado State's double team. So Keta dribbles out of it, then reposts. Back into left low block. Underneath. Right hand won't go. Keta fights for it. Unable to pull it down, and Edwards comes away with it. Edwards keeps it himself. Quickly in traffic. Puts the shot up. Wildly missed, and Brown gets the rebound. You see the speed this kid has, though.
Yeah, he's really quick with the ball. That's a good addition, and he'll only make this team better as they move forward here after the first half of the season.
21-14, 7-point lead for Utah State. Keta with the ball on the right wing to Knight. Knight looks for a curling Merrill, gets it to him, takes the long shot, won't go. Martin pulls down the rebound.
A good play there. Did a great job getting Sam open.
Yep. Martin attacks Keta, puts the shot off the glass, won't go. There'll be nothing in the stat sheet that'll show up for Utah State. By the way, into the lane, Brito attacking. His shot is missed, but Knight comes away with it. Merrill thinks about a three, then pulls it away to Keta. Keta wants to attack into the lane, and they're going to call a foul against Colorado State. Number 21 earns it, Logan Ryan, getting into the way of Nemish Keta. On that last shot by Colorado State, you won't see anything show up on the stat line for Keta, but he altered that shot completely.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, he made him try to throw up a circus shot with his arms up high, not fouling. That's something he's learned. He's learned not to foul at the rim.
11:28 left to go in the first half. Utah State leading by 7, 21-14 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. Point lead for the Aggies with 11:28 left to go here in the first half. Hey, remember, go all out when you go RVing. Make plans to see the Aggies outscore, outshoot, and outplay at every game this season. More information is available at GoRVing.com. Utah State with the 7-point lead, led in scoring by Nemish Keta with 8 points on 3 of 4 shooting, including 2 of 2 for the free throw line. He also has 2 rebounds and has blocked 1 shot. So far, he's gotten the early victory over Carvacho, who came into this game averaging 23.5 points a game in Mountain West Conference play. He's only got 2 points and 2 rebounds, and that bucket came when Keta immediately went out of the game. Knight inbounding to Brown. Brown on the left elbow, spins with the right hand, shot is short. Diogo Brito tries to tip it up and in, can't get it, and Carvacho pulls down the rebound and dishes over to Edwards. Edwards cross court to Page. Page on the right wing, back to Carvacho, and hands over to Edwards. Back up top to Page, across the three-point line, gets a screen from Carvacho, takes the three, misses it, and Brito pulls it down. Brito crossing the timeline, setting up to Miller on the right wing. Miller back to Diogo Brito. Brito to Keta, back to Knight. Knight straight away three, little long, and rebound pulled down by Dwayne Brown, but they're going to get Keta with a foul against Carvacho. That'll be his first foul of the game.
Yeah, that one kind of looked like, Keta got the short end of the stick there, but they just got tied up a little bit, and he couldn't get his hands up soon enough.
Aggies have only made 1 out of their last 8 field goal attempts. Colorado State not much better, 0 out of their last 5. Aggies have gone the last 2:09 without scoring. But Colorado State's gone about 2 minutes without scoring either. So kind of an ugly stretch of hoops here, Coach.
Yeah, not great. With Sam out of the lineup right now, the Aggies will have to find someone that can create some points.
Edwards on the left wing, posting up Carvacho. Look at that double team. Quinn Taylor and Carvacho. Hands over to Page. Page on the left elbow. Pulls back outside the three-point line. Gets head of steam, drives into lane, kicks back to Martin. Martin has to come back with his left hand, swings it all the way back over to Edwards for 3. It's up, it's good. Had to juggle the pass a little bit. Shot it out of rhythm, but still knocked it down.
Yeah, that was interesting possession. I thought the Aggies did everything right defensively, except for the very end. We gave up, one player opposite.
21-17, 4-point lead. Down to Keta. Keta passes out of it to Miller. Miller for 3. It's up. It's just a hair long. Quinn Taylor pulls down the rebound. Back to Miller. He'll take another crack from three, and he'll knock it down.
Yeah, he shoots them back to back. He just kind of calculates it and makes whatever corrections he needs to and shoots it in.
2 offensive rebounds for Utah State in this game. That second one led to points. Aggies lead 24-17. Carvacho back up top to Page. Page on the left wing. Give and go to Carvacho on the left block. Splits the double team, puts it up with the right hand, misses it, and the rebound pulled down by Brito. Brito hands over to Tarian Knight on the right wing. Gets a screen. Down low, wide open. Quinn Taylor lays it up and in. Great pass from Diogo Brito.
Diogo's unbelievable at his vision of the court when he doesn't have the basketball, and then he's able to complete that pass. That's a phenomenal basketball play.
5-0 run by the Aggies. Now push the lead back to 9, 26-17. Martin to Carvacho, back to Page. Page on the right baseline, swings it cross court to Edwards. Edwards to Carvacho, who's open on the left low block. Passes out of it to Martin. Martin pump fakes the three, gets to the free throw line, rises and misses badly on the shot attempt. Diogo Brito pulls down the board. Brito gets the screen. Works to the right side to Knight. Knight back to Brito. Over to Miller on the baseline. Miller's got himself a couple threes in this game. To Knight, trying to get it to Ketta. Gets it to him. Ketta swings it cross court. The pass is intercepted. And here comes Kendall Moore quickly going down the court. Kendall attacks the rim, gets the bucket, draws the foul. It'll be a three-point play coming up for Kendall Moore, the true freshman, just flying down the court.
Yeah, it's not a great job. We actually had 2 Aggies back, but Diogo kind of pulled an Olay and just let him get right to the basket. And TK ends up with a foul and one.
Kendall Moore had 23 points against Air Force. This is a kid who, again, true freshman, only 5'10", 145-pound player out of Chicago, but they like the kind of edge he brings. Kid from Chicago's got a little hard edge to him.
Yeah, he's probably played, in some big-time games, in the course of his life, and you can tell he's a small of stature, but he definitely's got some speed, and he's able to extend his shot so it doesn't get blocked at the rim.
Hits the free throw, and cuts the Aggie lead to 6, 26-20 with 8.5 minutes left to go in the first half. Quinn Taylor to the right wing, hands over to Miller. Miller to the middle of the court. Miller pulls up his dribble, then hands over to Merrill. Merrill near the midcourt stripe resets the offense. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Merrill's going to drive against Thistlewood, puts the right hand scoop shot up, short, and Thistlewood pulls down the rebound, and Colorado State going the other way. Page, crossover dribble, puts the shot up, no good. Ketta was there to deflect or alter the shot at least. Merrill back to Miller. Miller spots up for three. Got it. Brock Miller filling it tonight. His third 3 of the night. And Brock Miller with 9 points on 3 of 5 shooting.
That release is really, like no one we've had here at Utah State quite a while. That's a quick release up high.
Page gets to the free throw line. Can't get it to Carvacho. They're going to call a foul. And
on Diogo.
On Diogo.
Yeah, a little switch on the pick and roll there.
So Diogo Brito gets hit with the foul for the Aggies. That's their 4th team foul. Colorado State will have the ball when we come back. Aggies lead by 9, 29-20. 7:38 left to go in the first half on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 7:38 left to go in the first half. Utah State leading this game 29-20. Zions Bank is a proud sponsor of Aggie Athletics, proud to sponsor tonight's game, and it's been a fun one so far as the Aggies have come to play. We've been talking so much about Ketta, Sam Merrill, but Brock Miller, coach, has come out of nowhere, and he's hit 3 threes and has given the Aggies back in 9-point lead.
The third scorer.
Yes.
The third scorer that, I've kind of looked for. We knew it was Brock, as we looked at the players, but he has really, found his niche, and that's a catch and shoot. There is nothing you can do defensively unless you're a bigger man to stop that. He elevates and he gets that shot off. So when he's on, Katie bar the door.
Yeah, and so far he's been on tonight, and the shots have been in rhythm too. When you get good shots with good looks and you're a good shooter, chances are you're going to knock him down.
Well, and his teammates, he misses one early on, and Quinn gets a rebound and immediately throws it right back to him to shoot it again. They have a lot of faith in this kid, and that's Aggies are going to need him throughout this league play.
Aggies defensively have been great. Colorado State only shooting 37% from the field. They missed 8 out of their last 10 shots. Thistlewood gets into the lane, attacks with the right hand, and it's blocked away, and it's kept alive by Utah State. Once again, Neemias Ketta with a block shot. That's his 2nd of the night. Sam Merrill down low to Taylor. Taylor, the ball a little high, couldn't corral it in, and it goes out of bounds. Utah State with the turnover.
Yeah, great play to block it and then keep it in bounds. Good hustle by Taylor and Merrill.
Telling you what, when Ketta goes down to the court, when he dives, it's a long way to go. Everybody gets a little nervous, but he usually hops back up pretty quick. Moore loses the handle, stolen away by Quinn Taylor. Taylor quickly back to Sam Merrill. The Aggies force another steal. Abel Porter on the right baseline. Pounds the dribble. Down low to Sam Merrill. Merrill has to come away with it on the bad pass. Merrill hands back to Taylor on the right wing. Taylor to the baseline, back to Merrill. Spots up for three. No good. Tipped around, controlled by Ketta, and he throws down the dunk. Ketta rips the ball away from Hiron Edwards. There's about an 11-inch difference. Edwards is like, hey, over the back. Hey, The guy just reached over and took it and threw down the dunk.
Yeah, that's a foot difference there. He's got no chance.
Kendall Moore to Carvaggio, who's only got 2 points. Aggies back up by 11, 31-20. Their largest lead has been 12. Moore on the right wing to Edwards, trying to post up Carvaggio. Aggies with a quick double team. Carvaggio dribbles out of it. Bad pass stolen away. Quinn Taylor comes away with it. Was trying to find it a streaking Thistlewood. Instead to Miller. Miller for three again. Yes! Brock Miller for three. He's got 12 points. Aggies push the lead to 14. 34-20. 6:09 left to go in the first half. Colorado State timeout. We'll take it as well on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 14-point lead for Utah State. Brock Miller with 12 points on 4 of 6 shooting threes. And the Aggies have 2 players in double figures. Ketta's got 10, Miller's got 12, and the Aggies currently on an 8-0 run. Moore gets the ball outside the three-point line straight away to Page. Page to Carvaggio. Aggies with a quick double team. Then come out of it. Down low to Thistlewood. Back to Carvaggio. Spins. Right-hand push shot up and good. Tell you what, Colorado State's going to find some new ways to get him involved. That was a nice setup there.
Yeah, I like the double team and then run away. He's throwing us the ball twice. Unfortunately there we just let him re-catch underneath the rim.
Aggies lead by 12, 34-22. Cross court to Quinn Taylor. Taylor drives baseline and will throw down the dunk as he gets around Thistlewood and throws it down. 36-22, 14-point lead for the Aggies. What has arguably been one of their best first halves of the season. Let's see if they can finish it. Thistlewood swings it back up top. Spot up by Edwards for three, knocks it down. They'll give him three. 36-25, an 11-point game. Colorado State not ready to get run off the court just quite yet. Brock Miller with the ball on the right wing. Spots up. He's feeling it for three. No good. Can't get it to go. Carvaggio pulls down the board. Hands over to Kendall Moore. A little bit of a heat check there, Coach.
Well, yeah, three-point off the dribble. Not really what the best, but again, he's been feeling pretty good about it. So
Thistlewood to Carvaggio. Aggies haven't brought the double team yet. Carvaggio will go to work. Quinn Taylor quickly comes in, but he gets to the baseline, spin with the right hand, and missed. Good job by Ketta. Taylor on the left wing. Taylor, and what do we got? Foul is going to go against Utah State.
Yeah,
Brock Miller gets hit with a foul.
We thought we had something similar down on this end when they kind of knocked Abel off his axis, coming off a screen with no call. So, one thing you want is consistency with the referees, and I thought it really was. Now, it's not the exact same call, but very similar, so that's a little disappointing.
Kendall Moore crosses the timeline. An 11-point lead for the Aggies. Their largest lead has been 14, 36-25. 4.5 minutes left to go. Pull up for three. It's no good. Well, it's good, but they're going to call a foul against Colorado State.
Yeah, Casey's a good official. He sees something very similar to what just happened, and that's a well officiated play there.
Yeah, Coach Smith still working the officials on that last call, but Utah State comes away with the ball back after the Colorado State foul. 36-25, an 11-point game with 4:18 left to go here in the first half. Dwayne Brown hands back over to Abel Porter. Porter back to Brock Miller. Miller posts up Ketta, pass a little high. Ketta's still able to collect and get the dunk.
The defender coming over to help actually tipped it back to him. So
I know.
Bad pass, good result.
One of those nights where everything seems to be going your way.
It really is in this first half for the Aggies.
Kendall Moore picked up by Porter, hands over to Page. Page cross court, back over to Martin. Martin to Thistlewood, back to Martin. Martin works around a Carvaggio screen. Hands over to Thistlewood. Thistlewood drives, then pulls back. A three-point shot attempt up and long, and Ketta pulls down the rebound as J.D. Page couldn't get that three to go. Abel Porter quickly down the court, over to Sam Merrill, back up top to Ketta. Ketta to Brown, over to Brock Miller, baseline opportunity. Instead, he works back to the middle of the court. Miller hands it to Brown. 3.5 minutes left to go. We'll have another dead ball at the next timeout of the next dead ball. Cross court, nearly stolen away. Merrill's got it on the right wing. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Miller for three. You betcha. Miller, right, left wing three. Knocks it down. 41-25.
Yeah, I'm not sure they read the scouting report on Brock because they are sure leaving him a lot to run around.
15 points on 5 of 8 shooting from three. 41-25, 16-point lead for the Aggies. More to Page. Page has a wide open look, straightaway three, knocks it down. Can't leave him open for three.
No, we got a little washed out in the staggered double screen there.
Nearly a 40% three-point shooter. He was wide open and promptly knocks it down. All right, under 3 minutes, 2:40 and counting left to go here in the first half. Kett on the right wing. Up to Abel Porter. Aggies start their offense. Brock tries to come out on a curl, can't get it to him. Ketta back to Brown on the right wing. Brown drives, pulls up from the elbow. A little short, but Brown pulls down his own rebound. Will attack it again and draw the foul. Thistlewood's going to get hit with it. For all you kids out there, follow your shot. Is that what you teach the AAU team to do?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I tell you what, he's got one thing in mind when he shoots that ball. That's getting it back. That's a good advice. I gotta give that to my little guys.
13-point lead for the Aggies. 41-28. 2:23 left to go. 3 left to go here in the first half, and the Aggies holding on to a 13-point lead, 41-28. Dwayne Brown drawing the foul. Will go to the free throw line after this timeout. But Coach, I know that Colorado State's starting to get it going a little bit offensively, but overall you got to be impressed with the effort here by the Aggies here in the first half.
Yeah, and it's all been really on the defensive end. I think that's what's really ignited. We get the ball out, high tempo, because we're creating a little bit of havoc and making them feel uncomfortable on the defensive end.
Aggies on the court right now: Sam Merrill, Brock Miller, Abel Porter, Dwayne Brown, and Quinn Taylor. Your 5 Aggies. Dwayne Brown's going to step up to the free throw line with the Aggies leading by 13, 41-28. Largest lead for the Aggies has been 16. Dwayne Brown stepping to the free throw line. First free throw is good. Second free throw coming up. Students coming in for us tonight, Coach.
Yeah, a little late arriving tonight, but man, they've filled in nicely, and they're loud and proud.
Brown goes 2 for 2 on that trip. Diogo Brito tried to check in. Officials waved it off.
Yeah, you got to be there before he hands him the ball.
Yeah. Moore with the ball to Martin. Outside the three-point line to Carvaccio. Has the sky to get it, but he's up against Taylor. Lose the handle, goes out of bounds. That should be Utah State's ball. It is. Looked like he was like, hey, Ketta's not here. I can go to work. Got a little over-anxious.
And he did. He got excited because he went ahead, got a little Barney Rubble steps there.
Carvaccio's been averaging 23.5 points a game in Mountain West Conference play. He's got 4 tonight on 2 of 4 shooting and just turned it over. Abel Porter crossing the timeline. 2 minutes exactly left to go here in the first half. Quinn Taylor back to Merrill for 3. No. Off the front of the iron, and rebound pulled down by Carvaccio, his 5th rebound of the night. Edwards with the ball, quickly into the lane. Passes back out to Martin. Martin to Carvaccio, good positioning, put around shot. He'll hit that every time. They set that up nicely for the big man.
Yeah, we need to do, that's Quinn there. He needs to do a better job of guarding him before he establishes that position.
Ketta's going to check in on the next dead ball. Quinn Taylor spins into the lane, pushes back up top to Diogo Brito to Merrill. Merrill to Taylor. Taylor back to Merrill, off the glass, won't go. He'll go to the free throw line. Sam Merrill, who slipped a little bit, under 90% from the free throw line, now shooting about 87% from the charity stripe, has a chance to push those numbers back up here with a couple free throws. Again, certainly not 100%, suffered a bit of an ankle injury against San Jose State. This week off coming up is going to be really beneficial for him. Merrill's first free throw is no good, off the front of the iron.
Referee told Ketta, I don't care what you do in your house, this is my house. Quit talking so much. So I don't care what you do at your house. This is my house. That's all right. Hey, Ketta, he's so passionate, right? And he's having a great game. Love to see the enthusiasm. And, man, he is excited, this crowd tonight.
Here comes second free throw for Merrill. Missed the first one, makes the second one. He's not going to go 0 for 2. 44-30, 14-point lead for Utah State. Aggies want to hold this to a double-digit lead going into halftime. Coach, you don't want to see a late run here by Colorado State.
No, I think Kenta coming back in the game will stabilize us a little bit defensively.
Page on the right wing, picked up by Merrill. Works it to the right side, picks up his dribble, swings it back to Martin. Martin will take a long straightaway three and gets it to go. Chris Martin, he's only a 28% three-point shooter, but he's got a couple tonight. Sam Merrill to Keta. Keta picked up by Carvacho, no double team, so he goes to work. And loses the handle, and will they say it went out of bounds? Yep. Turnover Utah State as Keta lost the handle, went on the baseline, and the ball goes back to Colorado State. 11-point lead for the Aggies with 52 seconds left to go in the first half.
A little late arriving double team there, kind of surprised Nemes, I think, a little bit.
All right, about 21 seconds, so the Aggies should get another opportunity here. Martin over to Page. Page gets a screen from Carvacho. Rises, fires for three, no good, and it's pulled down by the Aggies. Once again, Neemias Keta with the rebound. So you got about 3 seconds differential, Coach. And the Aggies want to milk this thing down, make sure they get at least as close to the last shot as possible. Sam Merrill just pounding the rock near the midcourt stripe. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Now down to 10. And the Aggies will start the offense. Sam Merrill on the right wing. Merrill swings it over to Brock Miller, and the ball is stolen away by Edwards, and it's going to be a foul. It's going to go against Brock Miller.
Clear path, he's in the wrong league.
Yep.
We don't have clear path in college.
Now for the Aggies, though, I believe that's only, that's a 17th foul. So that will send Edwards to the free throw line on the 1-and-1, where he's an 80% free throw shooter.
Yeah, that's an excellent foul. Got to be careful there with the reach from behind that they don't go with an intentional foul.
Yeah.
But coach is yelling out there for a clear path. That's not a college rule.
Yeah. Someday you may be able to coach at the next level, but not quite right now. So Edwards' free throw on the 1-and-1 rattles in. Cuts it to a 10-point lead. He'll have a chance to cut it to 9. Aggies have gone the last 3 minutes and 10 seconds without a field goal.
I'd like to see that ball stay in Sam's hand a little bit longer into the clock there.
I agree with you on that one. Second free throw is good as well. So 2 for 2, 9-point game. Inbound to Merrill. 7 seconds left, 6 seconds left. Sam crossing the timeline, holding it himself on the right side. Leans into a long shot, no good. Quinn Taylor with the rebound, nearly lays it up and in. But it remains a 9-point game at the break, 44-35. Utah State is led by as many as 16. Colorado State cutting into it at near the end of the first half, cuts it to 9, and the Aggies hold on to a 9-point lead going into the break. Again, 44-35, our score. You're listening to Utah State basketball. We're at the break here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. All right, both teams coming to midcourt. We're ready to get going on what we anticipate will be a great second half of basketball. Great student section tonight. Students came to play tonight, Coach. It's been loud. It's been obnoxious. It's kind of reminiscent of the old Spectrum tonight.
Yeah, I like, and having that crowd behind us, there's no doubt that, gives these players a little added oomph.
Yep. All right, here we go. We're ready to get this thing started with Utah State leading by 9, 44-35. Colorado State gets the inbound and will be working from right to left across your radio dial. Kendall Moore with the ball to Thistlewood, who works it back up top to J.D. Page, back to Thistlewood, tries to post up Carvacho, goes off the foot on the bounce pass of Quinn Taylor, goes out of bounds, stays with Colorado State.
Kick save and a beauty.
Yeah, nice.
Kick save and a beauty.
Page will inbound on the near sideline. Works it back up top to Kendall Moore. Moore to Thistlewood on the left wing. Up top to Page. 15 seconds left on the shot clock. Thistlewood finally gets it to Carvacho. No double team yet. Turns around with the right hand. Shot misses, and Keta pulls down the rebound.
Yeah, lucky there, but they have the shooter, so Quinn couldn't leave Thistlewood, who's lined up right there in front of the post.
Brock Miller had 15 first half points. Works it to Porter. Porter to Keta on the right elbow. Looking for somebody to clear. Hands back to Miller. Miller comes around to Keta screen. Gets into the lane. Shot with the left hand. No good. Keta tries to pull down the rebound. And it's finally corralled by Miller. Miller pump fakes the three. Underhand scoop shot. Couldn't get the English off the glass, Coach. And it's pulled down by Colorado State. Swing it back up top. Kendall Moore wide open for three. No good. Tipped around, and Quinn Taylor pulls away from it. Aggies dodge a bullet there. Good look from three. Just wouldn't drop.
Yeah, both teams just coming out of the locker room not quite at the level they'd like to be playing at.
Neither team scoring here. 18:44 left to go in the game. Crossover dribble by Porter. Works back to the middle of the court. Hands back to Merrill. Merrill down low to Ketta. Ketta spins right. Shot off the glass. Won't go. Tipped around. Quinn Taylor comes around with a rebound. Good offensive rebound. Back to Ketta. Ketta into a double team. Swings it cross court to Porter. Back to Miller. Miller to Sam Merrill, who drives into the baseline. Attacks Carbacho, and a late whistle is going to go against Colorado State. A really late whistle, and it's going to go Utah State's way.
A little bit of we don't talk about advantage plays enough, but if that ball goes in, we probably got nothing. But with Sam Merrill flying to the ground, and you got a foul there. So
it was so late that Craig Smith had already stomped his foot down and upset that there wasn't a whistle.
Yeah, I mean, a foul's a foul no matter when they call it.
So Sam Merrill, who went 1 for 2 on his only trip to the free throw line, steps up for this one, knocks down the first one. He'll have one more. First points for either team here in the second half. Aggies push the lead to 10, 45-35. Their largest lead in the first half was 16. Second free throw is good as well.
Yeah, lack of free throws in this game, not just by Sam, but by both teams, is a little surprising. I think both teams are kind of living outside the three-point line, and the bigs are not getting fouled.
Yeah. Martin to Page, Page to Thistlewood, back up top to Carbacho, work it to Page. Colorado State much more crisper offensively with their passing. Down low, another shot blocked away by Ketta, goes out of bounds off of Ketta. That's block shot number 3 for the big man, Coach.
Yeah, it's almost 3 and 4. He kind of blocked it with the right hand and the left hand. He really is timing his jumps well and not fouling at the rim.
13 seconds on the shot clock. Moore back to Page. Page will rise for 3, short. And Abel Porter skies for the rebound. Porter quickly down the court. Gets around one defender, draws the foul, and Utah State will inbound.
Yeah, Colorado State's really content with shooting the ball outside when Ketta's in the game. So we got to leave him out there, keep him out there as long as we can. That plays into our favor defensively, no doubt. 11-point
lead for Utah State, 46-35. Only points coming from a couple of Sam Merrill free throws. Quinn Taylor to Ketta. Ketta's going to fire a long shot. No good. Carbacho's like, you kidding me? I'm going to have to come out and guard that. Shot doesn't go, though. Page on the left wing. Has Carbacho open, but can't get it to him. Page has the ball on the bounce pass, blocked away by Sam Merrill, who had a nice
kick save and a beauty. Kick save and a beauty.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Back to Thistlewood, and Colorado State will inbound on the near side.
Yeah, and that's coming because they are, the Aggies are ready for that post feed, and they're using all of their limbs to stop that pass.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Moore patiently waiting, gets it to Carbacho on the left elbow. Carbacho back to Martin. Martin loses the handle, and Ketta comes away with it. 8 turnovers against Colorado State. They've been a pretty good team this year. They only turned it over 11 times a game. Sam Merrill tries to turn the corner. Instead gets to Quinn Taylor on the baseline. Back up top to to Ketta. Ketta into Porter. Porter drives. Back to Merrill on the right wing. Merrill picks up his dribble. Hands over to Quinn Taylor. Drives baseline. Spins. Right hand push shot. Up and in. 48-35, 13-point lead. He's Mr. Fundamentals out there, isn't he?
He really is. I mean, great footwork. And Aggies, good job moving the ball around, and getting that ball to Quinn, exploiting that mismatch.
Aggies have held Colorado State scoreless here in the first 3:15 of the game. Of the second half, I should say. Thistlewood takes a straightaway 3, knocks it down. There you go. So Colorado State back on the board and cuts it to a 10-point lead for Utah State. 48-38, 16 and a half minutes left to go here in the ballgame. Abel Porter works to the left side, hands over to Sam Merrill. And then quickly gives it back to Taylor. Taylor on the left low block. Taylor spins, back to Miller. Let's see if he keeps the hot hand going. He does! Buries the 3 from the right wing. Those are 1, 2, 3, 4, count them up, 5 and 6 3-point shot attempts made by Brock Miller tonight. 18 points in the game.
Yeah, they have to double Quinn. He's got a mismatch in the post, and Quinn was able to find Brock with his feet settled.
Moore to Carbacho. Ketta's all by himself. Here comes the double team. Porter tries to deflect it. He swings it cross court to Thistlewood, steps up, takes the long shot. It's short. Carbacho tips it around, goes out of bounds, and it goes back to Utah State. 15:44 left to go here in the ballgame, and the Aggies lead by 13, 51-38 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 38, Aggies lead by 13 with 15:44 left to go here in the ballgame over Colorado State. Let's take a look around the league, brought to you by Logan Eye Institute. Coach, Fresno State brings Boise State back down to earth a little bit. Remember, Boise had been undefeated in conference play until Cody Martin, who's a 18% three-point shooter, hit a straightaway three to give Nevada the one-point victory in Boise. And then the Broncos' next game today, they lose by 10 to Fresno at home, 63-53. So the Broncos licking their wounds a little bit. New Mexico continues to finally gets off the schneid after losing 3 in a row. They beat Wyoming by 30, 83-53. Wyoming's in a world of hurt right now with all the injuries they're dealing with. UNLV gets an easy victory over San Jose State, 94-56. And, hey, upset alert, Coach. 3 minutes into the game, Air Force leads Nevada 5-0. Yeah. Air Force is playing better, though.
Yeah, Air Force is, they really are. They're starting to, use their cerebral knowledge.
There's a look around the league brought to you by Logan Eye Institute. Abel Porter to Quinn Taylor, dunk! Throws it down, Quinn Taylor.
Wow. 2 dunks. He had his 5-hour energy before the game. No, he is flying around out there.
He really is. Working around the horn, Aggies with a lead of 15. Their largest has been 16. Edwards into the game for Colorado State, works it over to Martin. Martin gets into lane and attacks Quinn Taylor and lays it up. Taylor kind of concedes the layup.
Yeah, not quite sure. A little breakdown defensively there.
53-40, back to a 13-point lead for Utah State. 15 minutes exactly left in the ball game. Taylor back to Sam Merrill. Merrill works back to the middle of the court. Over to Taylor. Back to Miller. Miller rises. Long shot. Missed. And the rebound pulled down by Ketta. Lost the handle off his knee. Goes out of bounds. And it'll go back to Utah State. Carvaggio banged up a little bit on the play.
Not sure what he's pleading there, if he got hit or what. Oh, he's rubbing the back of his head. So it may have been a little, flying elbows there, but that happens with the 2 big guys in the post. You got to firm up a little bit down there.
Diogo Brito's going to check in on the next timeout. Edwards, hands up top to J.D. Page. Page back up top to Martin, who's guarded by Brock Miller. Looks for Edwards. Edwards comes around the curl, back to Thistlewood. Wide open baseline 3, got it. Well, cannot leave him open for 3.
We are, he's kind of exposing the weakness in this right now.
So a 5-0 run by Colorado State. Once a 15-point lead, now down to 10. 53-43, 14-20 left to go in the game. Sam Merrill behind the 3-point line, picked up by Page. Taylor gives him a screen, then he works to Porter. Porter on a pass intended for Quinn Taylor, and Quinn was held up, and they'll call the foul against Colorado State.
Yeah, so they're fronting the post there, and we don't have the uncatchable pass rule in basketball. I'm not sure that was a catchable pass, but the defender was fronting him and had his arm around him, and we're fortunate to get that. That is the correct call, but we're fortunate he didn't swallow his whistle on that one.
Yeah, Mr. Sparkplug himself, Justin Bean, checking into the game.
Oh, we've got the crowd yelling Bean now, huh? That's awesome.
Ketta to Porter. Porter back to Sam Merrill for 3. No good. Rebound. Sam Merrill gets his own offensive rebound. Works it back up top to Abel Porter. Will reset the offense. Sam Merrill to Ketta. Here comes a late double team. Thistlewood and Carvaggio. He passes out of it to Porter. Porter for 3. Yes, sir. There's a big man who knows when to pass. Gets a man wide open, and he buries the 3.
Yeah, the first skip pass he threw out of the double team was a little low. He's made that adjustment and made a couple really good passes out of the double team.
Iron Edwards bringing the ball down the court. Martin over to Thistlewood. Back to Martin outside the 3-point line. Hands back over to Page. Page on the left wing. Page rises, takes a long jumper just inside the 3-point line and knocks it down.
Well, this will not go away. It's kind of sticking
too good
around,
for that.
clawing in, yeah.
11-point lead for the Aggies, 56-45. Justin Bean over to Porter, back up top to Sam Merrill. Merrill still holding on to the ball, works it to the right side, loses the handle, ball stolen away by Martin, and Ketta comes in to try to front him, and he'll get hit with a foul. That'll be his second foul, and you hate when he draws fouls on this side of the court.
Yeah, and both of them, in this game have come on this side off a rebound and then just that quick foul. We can protect him on the other end with a double team, but can't get himself in trouble there.
Yep. All right, 11-point game. Colorado State has a chance to cut this to single digits for the first time since halftime, as we're at the 13-minute mark here in the second half. Page to Martin, works it over to Kendall Moore. Back up top to Martin. Martin crossover dribble, pulls up, takes the long shot. Ketta pulls down the rebound. Quickly to Abel Porter. Porter to the right side to Justin Bean, working the right wing. Diogo Brito gets it to Ketta. Ketta on the elbow. And bounce pass intended for Bean goes out of bounds. Another turnover on Utah State.
I'd like to see us run, a couple of those stagger screens for Sam and see if we can't kind of get him going in this half with some catch and shoot.
Colorado State with 8 turnovers. That's 7th turnover for Utah State. Edwards back up top to Page. Kind of a lull in the action here. Colorado State trying to take advantage of it. Moore gets it to Page. Gets a look into the lane underneath Bean. Reverse layup up and in, and it's a 9-point game. And Colorado State not going quietly into the night.
Yeah, they've kind of abandoned the set situation and just kind of passed the ball around until they had an opportunity to drive. It's an interesting adjustment.
Rams have made 4 out of their last 5 field goal attempts. Diogo Brito, wide open baseline, drives. Right-hand layup up and in. Breakdown defensively. Page came in late, and Diogo Brito had an easy layup.
Yeah, total breakdown there. They had one guy not guarding them for sure.
Edwards look around like, I don't know whose fault. I'm not going to take the blame for it. Moore outside the 3-point line, 11-point lead. Edwards gets into the paint, cross court, all the way over to, on a long 3, is blocked away. Moore comes out to the midcourt stripe. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Edwards back up top to Moore. Moore drives into lane, shot with the right hand up, no good. And an offensive foul will go against Moore, and Sam Merrill drawing the charge, as he does time and time again. 11:28 left to go in the ball game. Aggies holding on to an 11-point lead, 58-47 on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. The spectrum here in Logan. It's Utah State leading Colorado State 58-47, 11:28 left to go in the game. And remember, Quick Quack Car Wash now open in Providence. That's Quick Quack Car Wash. Hey, Coach, don't drive dirty.
No, Quick Quack Car Wash.
Don't ever do it.
No, my car's dirty all the time this time of year, but I got to visit the Quick Quack Car Wash.
Let's get it done. All right, Aggies need to get it done. They got an 11-point lead with 11 minutes left to go, and I got to imagine Colorado State's not going to let them run away and hide.
No, they're young players, but boy, they've found a way to kind of score their ball a little bit. The defensive intensity has really lacked, and the game plan was to keep Cabacho down, and they're not really playing through Cabacho right now, and so the Aggies are a little dissorts defensively. So pick up the intensity defensively. Can't let your guy get by you. Get back into that pack line and guard them up right here.
Carvaccio's 4 games in Mountain West Conference play. He's got point totals of 28, 23, 27, and 16. He's got 6 tonight with 11:22 left to go here in the ball game. Down low, Justin Bean wide open. Great pass from Sam Merrill. He lays it up and in.
Yeah, great set play coming out of the timeout. Yeah, Craig had him ready to run that play right there.
Aggies have made 6 out of the last 8 shot attempts. Colorado State 4 out of the last 5, and Thistlewood's going to try to hit a 3, won't go. Sam Merrill pulls down the rebound over Tarian Knight, who's back into the game and had a nice first half. Sam Merrill over to Knight. Knight drives, loses the handle, collects underneath the rim, and are they going to say jump ball or foul? Looks like it's going to be a foul against Colorado State. Knight, I don't believe they're going to give him the act of shooting, as the Aggies will inbound. Knight had a wide open layup if he just could have collected that ball.
Yeah, he just kind of fumbled it. And again, that comes from a little lack of game experience. So I'd like to see him extend his minutes here a little bit right now.
Knight waiting to inbound. Bean flashes the basket, can't get it to him, so he goes to Merrill on the outside wing. Down low to Keta, bounces over to Brito. Brito will drive, left-hand layup up and in. Carbaccio had a choice to make.
Pick your poison. Yeah,
attack the shot or stay with Keta. He stayed with Keta, and layup goes for Utah State. 62-47, back to a 15-point game for the Aggies. Martin outside the 3-point line, finally gets it to Edwards. Edwards with Bean in his back pocket, tries to drive on him, goes baseline. Shot is up, missed, but they're going to get Bean with a foul. For the Aggies, only their second team foul. Colorado State already with 5 here in the second half.
Yeah, pretty clean game. Again, both teams, we're not getting to the free throw line very much. Where both teams kind of settle in for outside shots, and then, big men kind of not going at the basket, and then because of the double team and throwing out for 3-point shots. So
Edwards steps up to the free throw line. First one missed. An 80% free throw shooter. Can't get that one to go.
No, we've got some crowds behind him now.
Here comes free throw number 2. Edwards lines it up and makes that one. And here comes Utah State, leading by 14, 62-48. Knight crossing the timeline. Edwards picks him up at midcourt. Hands to Bean, back to Knight. Knight now on the right wing. Down low to Ketta. Ketta into the lane, and they're going to hit him with a travel. Ketta with another turnover. That'll be his 4th turnover of the game.
Yeah, so that's just on the catch. On the catch, he's
legit call, Coach.
Yeah, no, I think I'm letting that one go. It's on the catch, and he does shuffle his feet, but I think a lot of big men in this league do that.
Carvacho on the right wing. Hands over to Edwards, then flashes to the basket, then posts up, gets the post pass. Aggies with the double team. Carvacho passes out of it to Martin, over to Page. Page into the lane, gets up and under, no foul. It'll go out of bounds, stay with Colorado State as he tried to go underneath Ketta and draw the foul. Instead, the ball goes out of bounds off of Ketta, stays with Colorado State with 7 seconds left.
Yeah, Ketta stayed straight up there, and the offense initiated the contact.
Inbound all the way to Page. Page on the right wing. Diogo Brito's got a hand in his face. He'll still take the 3. He misses the 3, and there to pull down the rebound is the big man himself, Neemias Ketta. Knight hands over to Sam Merrill. Merrill outside the 3-point line to Taylor. Taylor posts up Ketta. Ketta with the double team, swings it over to Brito. Brito, long 3, knocks it down. Diogo Brito gives the Aggies their largest lead of 17, 65-48, 9:15 left to go in the game. He's been so good passing out of that double team tonight, Coach.
I mean, unbelievable. With the exception of one pass, he has been spot on.
Nice pass by Carvacho, who hands over to Edwards. Edwards misses the shot. He'll get the foul, but didn't Edwards make that look a little harder than it needed to be?
Yeah, he kind of fell to the ground there. Looked eerily similar to the play we had Carvacho against Sam Merrill. So I guess that's a little consistent whistle there. But, yeah, they are Colorado State's losing some points in my book because they're flailing and flopping around so much and falling down. I'm not a big fan of that at this level of basketball.
Either way, Edwards is going to go to the free throw line for a couple of gimmies. Went 1 for 2 on the last trip, knocks that one down. Abel Porter checking in. Tarian Knight's going to check out. Hiron Edwards, this is only the 8th game he's played this year. Had to sit out through the middle of December after being a mid-year transfer from Texas Tech. Second free throw good as well. He's 3 for 4 on his last 4 trips to the line. 65-50, 15-point lead for Utah State with 9:03 left to go in the game. Aggies trying to hold on to this lead and pick up their 4th Mountain West Conference victory.
Yeah, good bucket here, and then a couple stops on defense. I think that's really been the key to our success.
Ketta outside the 3-point line. Abel Porter trying to post up Quinn Taylor. Brito comes out and gets it. Aggies look a little befuddled here offensively. Brito on the right wing, hands over to Merrill. Straightaway 3, get in there. Yes, sir! Sam Merrill burying the 3. 68-50, 18-point lead for the Aggies. There's your bucket, Coach, and I'll see if they get a stop.
Yeah, this is a big stop right here.
Carvacho on the left elbow, nice give and go. Swings over to Page. Page on the right wing, into the lane. Jump shot, up, got it to go, draws the foul. 8:23 left to go, a foul, and they're going to hit Quinn Taylor with a foul on that one, and it's going to send Page to the free throw line for the chance to complete the old-fashioned 3-point play.
Yeah, I mean, this is the age-old problem, right? Closing out under control. You can't close out and then your guy just drives by you. You put your bigs in peril, if they have to come help you.
So Page's free throw up and in. Colorado State, nice night from the free throw line as they are 9 of 10. Both teams actually 9 of 10 from the charity stripe tonight. Aggies shooting 50% from the field. Colorado State 43%. Abel Porter to Brito, back to Porter on the left wing. Down to Quinn Taylor. Taylor to Sam Merrill, left elbow, turnaround shot, rims out. Thistlewood pulls down the rebound. 8 minutes exactly left to go, and the Aggies lead by 15. Edwards over to Page. Page has the ball go off the foot of Sam Merrill. They'll say another kick save and a beauty.
Kick save. Well, actually, that was his knee, so I got a knee save and a beauty.
Knee save and a beauty. 68-53, 15 points lead by the Aggies. 7:54 left to go in the game on the Aggie Sports Network from Lear. State holding on to a 15-point lead, 68-53 with 7:54 left to go in the ball game. Remember, tax reform laws impact almost all tax returns every year. It's almost that time of year again, too. Taxes can be confusing. H&R Block has more than 60 years of experience dealing with taxes. Information is available at hnrblock.com. All right, Coach, I know these situations can be very wink, wink, taxing on coaches coming down the stretch. You have a double-digit lead, but there's still a lot of time left, and you're telling you guys, come on, got to put the foot on the gas. It's, this is kind of the point where it can either be a single-digit game or it could be a 20-point game. It's kind of that critical point with about 7.5 minutes left to go.
Yeah, you really want to tell them it's 0-0 and win the next media, but, your natural instinct is to kind of, slack off a little bit because you have taken, a 17-point lead. And, boy, they come back quickly in these games.
Carvacho on the right elbow trying to pass it to Page, goes out of bounds, and the Colorado State Rams turn it over. Carvacho thought Page was going to sprint to the bucket, and he did not. And the ball falls out of bounds. Aggies with the ball going the other way. Moving left to right, Aggies in their all whites with blue trim. At home, Colorado State, they're all greens with white trim. Quinn Taylor hands the Porter back to Taylor. Taylor trying to go to work against Thistlewood. Gets him up and under. Right-hand shot up and in. Man, he's just automatic.
Really trying to exploit that. The Aggies have, looked at that for about 3 or 4 straight possessions. They feel that's a huge mismatch, not just size-wise, but skill-wise.
Aggies push the lead to 17, 70-53. Carvacho on the right elbow to Edwards. Edwards puts the shot up. It's short. Carvacho is able to pull down the offensive rebound. Up and under underneath Keta. And he gets a bucket. That's his 8th point of the game. Aggies trying to hold down the man who's been averaging 23 points a game in Mountain West Conference play. And he's at 8 right now on 4 of 7 shooting. Sam Merrill on the left wing, 70-55, 15-point game. 6:50 left to go. What a spin move by Nemish Keta. And he lays it up and in, and Carvacho just got put in the spin cycle.
Boy, he left his jock right on the floor that time. That was a move. He knocked his socks off.
Or something else, according to Coach. Page driving into the lane, puts the shot up with the left hand, rattles out. Carvacho with another offensive rebound. He gets the bucket, he gets the foul, and Carvacho starting to make his presence felt here, at least on the offensive side, Coach.
Yeah, hard to double team him, right? Because it is kind of a secondary play, so, right out of early offense. And that's we can't let him get going or they'll get some confidence, and that'll free up their outside shooting. Yeah,
Carvacho now finally in double digits with 10 points. He's also got 8 rebounds. In his last game against New Mexico, had 16 and 8. Before that, he had 28 and 10 28-20 against UNLV. Free throw, which is one of his big issues, is off the back iron and missed. Not a good free throw shooter is Carvacho at just 54%.
I'm surprised he has so many rebounds. He really is the only one rebounding, and
yeah.
he's taken that on as a challenge.
Nemias Keta, bad pass from Quinn Taylor, stolen away. Quickly down is Moore. Moore attacking with the right hand, lays it up and in. And Colorado State cuts the lead to 13, 72-59 as we reach the 6-minute mark of the game. Not out of the woods yet here for Utah State. Got a lot of work to do. Sam Merrill double team, still goes baseline, has to get right over to Porter, to Brito. Brito drives, rises, his shot is blocked away, and here comes Colorado State. And they're going to call Quinn Taylor with a foul. That'll be the 16th foul for Utah State.
Felt he was on the wrong side of that foot race and kind of reached out and grabbed him. I think that's a good foul. We're kind of getting a little smarter in those breakaway fouls.
It's funny, Aggies have made 8 out of the last 10 field goals, but still just not able to pull away from Colorado State. Rams have cut the lead to 13. Aggies have led by as many as 18. Still a long way to go in this one. 5:51 to play. Aggies up 72-59. Coach's timeout. We'll take it as well on the Aggie Sports Network from Lear. 13-point lead for the Aggies. It's funny, Coach. Aggies lead by 13, and there's about 5:50 left to go, but still kind of an uneasy feeling here in the Spectrum.
I think that uneasiness is coming from the Fresno State game, right, where you just kind of never separate. And just the unfamiliarity of the coaching staff and players and kind of new era, there's a lot of instability. But I really think, this timeout taken by Colorado State helps the Aggies. It gives us a chance. The first called timeout in the second half, full timeout, gives us a chance to sit down and kind of regroup. And I think when Coach Smith gets those guys in the huddle, the attention that they give him is unbelievable, the buy-in. And they come out of these timeouts really ready to play. So let's take a deep breath. Let's talk about it again when we get to the 4-minute media and see if we're in a little better situation than we are now.
Zions Bank, proud sponsor of Aggie Athletics, proud to sponsor tonight's game as Utah State looking to hold on and get the victory. By the way, a lot to get excited about and a lot to talk about with Craig Smith. Remember, our next men's basketball coaches show will be coming up on Monday, January 21st, 6 o'clock at Cafe Sabor in Logan. All right, so your Aggies out on the court right now. Sam Merrill, Quinn Taylor, Neemias Keta, Diogo Brito, and Abel Porter. Those are your 5 Aggies. As Utah State, we'll see Colorado State inbound the ball. Aggies with 16 fouls. Next one will put Colorado State onto the line. Colorado State with 5 team fouls.
Yeah, I got some timing issue here with the clock, and so we're at the monitor.
And right now, the only Aggie really close to being in foul trouble is Quinn Taylor, who's got 3. And I guess Keta also with 3 as well. All right, 27 seconds on the shot clock, 5:49 left in the game. And Aggie fans here in the Spectrum can't get this clock to move fast enough. Kendall Moore crossing the timeline to Thistlewood, who's quietly had himself a nice game. Page over to Martin. Martin gets it to Thistlewood, steps up, takes the long 3, knocks it down. Maybe he's not so quietly having a nice night anymore. He's got 12 points. And the lead is 10, 72-62. Just a moment ago, it was 17. 5.5 minutes left to go. Diogo Brito up top to Keta. Keta outside the 3-point line. Aggies with Sam Merrill outside the 3-point line. Merrill tries to drive baseline, gets underneath Thistlewood, puts the shot up with the right hand, missed, and the ball is going to go out of bounds, and it's Colorado State's ball. Near official says Colorado State. Official over here trying to figure out what's going on. And it'll go back to Utah State. There you go.
Now, I think that was the call all along, but we kind of got caught up with the bench and the foul or something. But 5 seconds on the shot clock, if it didn't hit the rim, which I don't think it did, it hit the bottom of the backboard, didn't it?
So the officials still discussing.
They're going to look at that,
yeah.
But I think that hit the bottom of the backboard.
So they'll take a look at the clock. Gives us time here to announce our America First Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week. Madison Ward Sessions named to that honor. It's the first time this year and the 6th time in her career earning that honor. The native of Rexburg, Idaho, tied for first on the floor with a 9.900 at the quad meet. She also captured the bars title with a 9.825. Now has won 24 titles overall during her career. Ward Sessions recorded a 9.850 on vault to tie for 3rd at the meet. America First Credit Union donates funds to help assist in student athlete scholarships and is a proud sponsor of Utah State Athletics and the Student Athlete of the Week. Again, congratulations to Madison Ward Sessions. Also, by the way, congratulations to the women's basketball team. Another W today over Colorado State. They're now 5-1 in conference play.
Yeah, they are peaking at the right time, I'll tell you. They, I watched the game in here the other day in the afternoon. They had all the elementary school kids in here, and they are rolling right now, really playing well.
Colorado State currently on a 7-0 run over the last minute and 20 seconds, cutting Utah State's 17-point lead down to 10. Aggies with 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Merrill. Merrill down low to Keta. Wide open, throws down the dunk. 2 players flash to Merrill. Merrill dishes to Keta. Keta finishes with the dunk.
Yeah, that's a mistake there. They just thought he was going to shoot it. Instead, he makes the right pass.
Under 5 to go. 4:55 left in the game. Aggies up by 12. Martin outside the 3-point line. And a foul down low is going to go against Thistlewood. An illegal screen, and Utah State gets the ball right back. Actually, they're going to hit J.D. Page with the foul.
A little illegal screen there.
Quinn Taylor inbounding over to Abel Porter. Moore steps up, trying to get in Porter's back pocket a little bit. But Porter easily crosses the timeline. Now the Aggies want to get points and run some clock. Quinn Taylor outside the 3-point line to Keta. Keta hands over to Sam Merrill, and Keta sets him a screen. Sam into lane, right hand scoop shot up and in. Aggies on a 4-0 run, and Sam Merrill taking over, not only scoring but passing.
Yeah, he really has done a good job here since that timeout.
Moore crossing the timeline. Aggies push the lead back to 14, 76-62. Carvacho to Page. Page at the free throw line, rises. Can't get the shot to go, but a foul's going to go against Utah State coming over the top of the shooter.
Looks like Sam hit him in the back of the head.
Page goes to the free throw line. 79.2% free throw shooter. He'll shoot a couple free throws right into the student section. See if they can make their presence felt. 4:13 left to go in the game. Page calmly hits the first one. He'll have one more. Cuts the lead to 13, 76-63, with 4:13 left to go in the game. Hiron Edwards is going to check in on the next timeout. Page Can't actually shoot it much better than that, Coach. Knocks it down, and the lead back down to 12, 76-64.
We needed the naked teacup. Wild Bill back there.
All right, here comes the full court press. Sam Merrill gets the inbound ball batted out of his hands. It's alive. It's stolen away by Colorado State. A foul at the rim, and Kendall Moore is going to the free throw line. And so the Aggies, nasty turnover on the full court press is going to lead to free throws for Colorado State, and Kendall Moore is going to step up to the line.
A little ball security. Abel is complaining he got hit in the face there. Let's see if they.
So Moore's got 2 free throws. He's an 82% free throw shooter. And he's 1 for 1 on the night tonight. Here comes free throw number 1 for him. Missed it.
I'll tell you what, I just saw the replay of Abel. They probably should have taken a look at that. That looked a little bit like the offhand, reached up and got him. That's a reviewable play.
Here comes Moore's second free throw. And he missed both of them. Ketta pulls down the rebound. Wow, an 82% free throw shooter in critical moments. Goes through for 2, but he steals the ball back under the rim. Shot up, no good, and he's back to the free throw line. Holy smokes. Kendall Moore is wreaking havoc in the Aggie backcourt. Got him with the left hand and draws the foul.
Matt, I'd like to see someone else maybe as our primary ball handler here, give Abel a little relief, someone to pass and pass back to. Maybe bring a big man up and kind of use that little pressure release.
So Moore, he's not going to miss a lot more, no pun intended.
Good one.
Makes the first one. He'll have one more. 4:01 left to go in the game. Here comes his second free throw. And knocks them both down. So now the lead is 10 on 4 consecutive free throws. All right, Abel Porter with the ball. Again, Moore right up on him. Porter gets a screen, crosses the timeline. Works over to Sam Merrill. 3:50 left to go in the game, 19 seconds on the shot clock. And the foul is going to go against Colorado State as Edwards crowded Sam Merrill. That'll be, I believe, only the 16th foul for Colorado State. With 3-4, oh, no, that's 7. Sam's got a 1-and-1 coming up. 76-66, Sam Merrill will hit a 1-and-1 next on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield. 66, Aggies lead by 10. Remember, Larry H. Miller Dealership's a proud partner of Aggie Athletics. Coach, you got an elite rebounder in the country in Nico Carvaccio, but Colorado State is a team, not a particularly good rebounding team. They've been out-rebounded on the season per game, and right now Utah State's out-rebounded them by 13, 34-21.
Yeah, offensively they send 2 guys back. And defensively they really just kind of leave it up to Nico to rebound. And yeah, not a great rebounding team, and the Aggies have definitely taken advantage of that this game.
Sam Merrill's going to step up to the free throw line with 3:48 left to go in the game. It's a 10-point lead for the Aggies. Sam's got himself a 1-and-1. Sam on the night is 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Aggies 9 of 10. Colorado State 13 for 17. As the Aggies, again, holding on to that 10-point lead. Brock Miller set to check in for Utah State. Brock had 18 points in the first half, has not scored here in the second half. Free throw is good for Sam Merrill. And that'll earn him another one. Quinn Taylor checks out for Brock. Aggies on the court right now. Brock Miller, Nemish Ketta, Sam Merrill, Quinn Taylor, and Abel Porter. Sam Merrill's second free throw. Got it. And he's there for you when you need critical free throws. Aggies push the lead back to 12. 3:45 left to go in the game. See if the Aggies can hold on and pick up a big W here. Moore back up top outside the three-point line. Abel Porter's there. Gets it to Edwards. Edwards drives on Brito. In the lane. Shot is up. It is off the rim. Goes out of bounds and stays with Colorado State. Aggies have had a couple of those opportunities where just can't bring in the rebound. Goes out of bounds. Colorado State with a fresh shot clock in the ball. Edwards looking to inbound. Gets over to Thistlewood. Thistlewood has shot the ball well tonight. Steps outside the three-point line. Takes the shot. Misses it. But a foul is going to go against Brock Miller. Down low.
Yeah, got in a little mismatch situation with, switched off there with Keta and ends up kind of grabbing Cavacho.
So Carvacho, who's a 54% free throw shooter, he's 0 for 1 on the night. And he's got 2 free throws. Yeah, because Aggie's in the double bonus. Free throw number 1. Well, got it to go. No style points on that one. He used every part of the rim, but it rattles in. Martin checks in. Thistlewood checks out. Carvacho is due for a miss here after that lucky shot. Steps up to the line. Dribbles 3 times. Left-hand shot up and off the back of the iron. No good.
Single doink.
Yep. All right, lead is 11, 78-67, 3:20 and counting left to go in the game. Quinn Taylor with the ball. Martin comes up on him. Taylor hands over to Diogo Brito. 14 seconds left on the shot clock. Aggies need to get something going offensively. Over to Sam Merrill on the left wing. Merrill to Keta. Keta on the elbow to Brito. 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Diogo Brito's got to get something going. Attacks the rim. Puts a shot up. Gets it to go. What a shot by Diogo Brito. Keta goes to the student section, says, let's go. They're going to look at this, see if he got it off in time.
Yeah, I think, that's something they review here at the end of the game, but that clearly I got a review here, but I clearly think that was out of his hands in time.
So a little bit of a timeout. We'll go ahead and keep it here.
The Aggies comfortable using a lot of clock there, which is fine, and then they end up with a really good drive and attack at the rim.
So this is going to be a key moment in this one.
Oh yeah, clearly safe.
And it's a bucket.
Yeah, no question.
Shot is good. It's a 13-point lead for the Aggies. They've broken 80 points on the night, 80-67, as Diogo Brito hit one of the biggest buckets of the game. 2:57 left to go in the game. Aggies up by 13. Craig Smith yells at the student section in the crowd, saying, let's make some noise, make this miserable on Colorado State. Edwards hands up top to Moore. Moore back to Edwards, wide open 3 from the baseline. Good. Left him open. He buried the 3. It's back to a 10-point game, 2:40 and counting. And here comes the press once again. Sam Merrill hands over to Porter. Porter is guarded by Moore. He's giving him fits tonight. Abel's able to cross the timeline, and the Aggies will slow it down. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 2:29 left in the game. Moore tries to come away with another steal. Porter, though, picks up his dribble, hands over to Diogo Brito. Brito outside the 3-point line to Sam. Over to Keta. Keta's got a good look down low, spins, puts the shot up, gets it to go, and they're going to call it. You give him the bucket? Yes. Thought they might hit him with a travel, Coach.
No, they have already called that once tonight.
So Keta with the bucket, Keta with the foul, and he'll go to the free throw line for an end one.
Yeah, great patience by the Aggies. I mean, use of the clock, ball, keeping the ball under control, ball security, and then getting it, a little lob from Sam to Keta. Great play there.
82-70, 12-point lead. Let's see if Keta can make it 13. Free throw is up, back of the iron, but Brock Miller pulls down the rebound. Big offensive rebound. Sam Merrill now out on the left wing to Abel Porter, and the Aggies can run some serious clock, leading by 12, 82-70. Moore comes out to challenge Abel Porter. Works it left. Moore's all over him, Page is all over him. Finally hands over to Diogo Brito, and the Aggies call a timeout. 1:56 left to go in the game. 11 seconds left on the shot clock. Wise timeout as Abel Porter was getting harassed on the outside. But, Coach, now it's all about fundamentals, working the clock, probably hitting some free throws, and getting out of here with the W.
Yeah, Colorado State's going to do exactly what they did there. They're going to have to turn up the pressure a little bit, kind of going for the ball, not afraid to foul, for the next couple possessions. But, it's going to come down to making some free throws here and not trading 2 for 3.
How about Brock Miller, though, coming up with a big rebound on the missed free throw attempt? I mean, an extra 30 seconds of game clock is almost as good as the free throw.
I mean, that's huge, and that's a giveaway because you're automatically giving up position on a free throw, and yet he put forth that little extra effort, tipped that ball to himself, and the Aggies got it out, and now we're with the ball on the side, we can use this whole clock if we need to. 11
seconds left on the shot clock. Sam Merrill has the ball on the left wing after the Brito inbound. Sam Merrill, 8 seconds left on the shot clock. Gets a screen, works the left side of the court, Swings it all the way over to Brito. Brito for three. Yes, sir! Diogo Brito pump fakes like he's Tiger Woods coming down the court. And the Aggies lead by 15, 85-70. Brito with back-to-back buckets at the shot clock buzzers. Edwards into the lane. Shot up. Missed. Carvaccio's there with the offensive rebound. And the Aggies will foul him. Sam Merrill. Not a bad foul by Sam, though, honestly.
With the free throw
with Carvaccio, a 54% free throw shooter. 1:27 left to go. Diogo Brito has been awesome.
I'll tell you what, he is Mr. Minuteman this game, that's for sure. 2 in a row.
Here comes Carvaccio, 54% free throw shooter. First free throw, out, missed it.
Yeah, his confidence level on the line is, not at its peak, that's for sure.
Sam Merrill, that's his third foul. 4 Aggies holding down to 3 fouls. 1:28 left to go. Second free throw off. Keta pulls down the board. It's rattled around. They're actually going to call a foul. And that's going to go against Colorado State. As I believe Kendall Moore, fending off Keta, gets hit with a foul. That's going to send Keta back to the free throw line.
Yeah, that's not a bad foul.
No,
either, not
yeah.
Colorado State. You don't lose that much time off the clock. And
Keta,
you got to think Keta's going to, we know better, but.
It's a 1-and-1 coming up. That's the 19th foul for the Rams. Keta needs to make him pay by knocking down 2 here. 85-70, 15-point lead for the Aggies with 1:27 left in the game. Keta stepping up to the free throw line, gets quiet in the spectrum. Off the back of the iron, missed it. Here comes Colorado State with the ball. Edwards quickly down the court. Crossover dribble, lost the handle, picks it up himself. Back to Moore. Moore to Carvaccio. Going up against Keta. Right-hand shot, no good, but he draws the foul. And Keta picks up his 4th foul with 1:16 left to go. Again, not a bad guy to put at the free throw line in Carvaccio.
No, I mean, you may, that's close to giving him an and one. We got to be a little careful there, but yeah, it's good defense there.
Carvaccio steps up to the line, and it is good. Knocks that down with the left-handed stroke. 85-71, 14-point lead. Quinn Taylor set to check in, and will sit, and Keta comes out. And here comes Carvaccio, who's 2 for 6 from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw off the mark, and Brito pulls it down. All right, 1:13 left to go. Colorado State not fouling. Brock Miller to Porter. Porter working to the right side, back up to the midcourt stripe. Edwards hangs on him to Sam Merrill. Merrill on the right wing. We reach the 1-minute mark. Down low to Taylor. Taylor to Abel Porter. Left-hand scoop shot up and in on the layup. Aggies lead by 16, and that will probably do it, Coach. Page on the outside the three-point line. Steps back, takes the long 3. No good. They're going to call a foul on Porter. Oh, my goodness. And that's going to be 3 free throws for Page.
Wow.
I don't know if the officials took the over in this game, but we're dragging this thing out.
I'll tell you what.
87-71, 16-point lead for Utah State. But Page has a chance to hit some free throws here. 79% free throw shooter. First one is good. Ooh.
Boy, they're starting this a little early.
A little early for the winning team, losing team chance.
Oh.
Second free throw, missed. Well, that'll help. I've seen some crazy things in college basketball, Coach.
Yeah.
You may want to hold on to that.
That's
run in the student section. Well, he missed 2 out of 3 free throws, so that probably does do it.
It's one of those warm up the bus things in this arena we don't do.
Yeah. Abel Porter cross court to Brock Miller. Down low to Quinn Taylor, but the pass stolen away by Edwards, who loses the handle off his foot and turns it right back over to Utah State. 32 seconds left to go. 15-point lead for the Aggies, 87-72. Tarian Knight checking into the game.
Yeah, they'll review that.
31 seconds. Aggies, by the way, have made 6 out of 6 of 6 on their last field goal attempts.
Yeah, very, very efficient. Like, You know, and I'm surprised that Colorado State isn't fouling a little more earlier at the 2-minute mark, but that's what they've chosen to do. Correct call.
One thing about Colorado State, they haven't been a really good defensive team this year. You know, you look at some of their stats defensively. You know, they're ranked they're 279th in the country in points allowed a game at 76.5. Aggies are going to make that average go up a little bit after scoring 87 points in this game. And again, as we mentioned, they're not a particularly good rebounding team. They've been out-rebounded on average throughout the game despite having the nation's best rebounder.
Yeah, it's again, I think he's doing it all himself. He's that's the problem. But, you know, Colorado State, a little different team now than they were when they started. Obviously, they added a player. But not just that, you know, new coach, you know, trying to get to know everybody. They didn't have the greatest start. So, yeah, expect some noise from them moving forward.
Shot clock gets pushed back to 30 seconds. 32 seconds left in the game. And let's see if Colorado State waves the white flag here. And it appears they will. So 2 seconds differential. Carvacho is going to let Quinn Taylor just dribble it outside the three-point line. 87-72. Utah State will probably just take the shot clock violation and hand back over to Colorado State. The Aggies are going to pick up their 4th win in conference play, 3 in a row, and get set for a week off. Diogo Brito has the ball. They take the shot clock violation, takes the clock down to 1.8 seconds left. And Colorado State will inbound, and the Aggies are going to pick up another big W in conference play. Here comes the inbound to Colorado State. Rams won't do anything with it, and we've got a final in Logan. Final score in this one, Utah State 87, Colorado State 72. Utah State made their last 6 field goals, held Colorado State without a bucket for the last 2 minutes and 46 seconds, and the Aggies now stand at 4-2 in conference play in a huge game here in the Spectrum in Logan. Coach, this is one that I think your team learned a little bit about themselves tonight. It was hard fought, and the Aggies held on and got the W.
They definitely have, you know, found that this league, that every game is competitive, and you know, a couple wins on the road, come home, take care of business, go week off. This is put yourself in a great situation here.
Final score 87-72. The Rams just got a nice introduction. By the way, nice hug at midcourt with Nico Carvacho and Nemias Keta, as both he and Craig Smith just did the jump bump into each other. And let's just say Craig Smith did win that one.
That was a chest to knee bump right there.
Final score 87-72. We'll start the post-game show next here on the Aggie Sports Network from Learfield.